Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jamila Winder. I'm proud to chair the Montgomery County Board of Commissioners, and thank you all for being here today in Norristown, a place that I've been proud to call home for more than 4 decades. I'm deeply honored to stand here today alongside my fellow commissioners, members of Norristown Council, our row officers, Noah Merlier and Jean Sorg. Thank you for being here. Our community partners, and of course, all of you, to celebrate such an important moment. Because today, we'll be breaking down on Montgomery County's newest short-term supportive housing facility right here in Norristown. This moment has been in the making for such a long time. As I look around, I see so many people who have spent years advocating for these supports in this very community. Just last year, we spent hours testifying before Norristown Zoning Hearing Board to approve this new supportive housing project. And it was a late night. Am I right for those that were there? But we came together, the county, the municipality, the community partners, to step up, to do the right thing. So I want to take a moment to say thank you to everyone here who has worked hard to bring us to this moment. Our colleagues in Norristown Municipality who stepped up even when they were challenged and even when it was hard. Our incredible county staff, our partners in Resources for Human Development, and every single advocate who spoke up for the most vulnerable among us. On a given night, there are more than 100 people sleeping on the streets right here in Norristown. They are our neighbors. They are parents, children, aunts, uncles, grandparents, and friends. They're people I've met personally while on the street doing our annual point in time count with my husband, Kevin. I remember speaking to a man who had recently hurt his leg, lost his job, and ended up living in his car. And there was a group of people who were camped out near the Sturgis Street Bridge by Elmwood Park. One of them found themselves with no place to go after their house was condemned and they were quickly kicked off the property. These are folks who often need a roof over their head, a safe harbor where they can just get back on their feet. Soon they'll have that place right here in Norristown. When construction is complete, by the end of the year, we'll be able to house 50 people at a time and hundreds throughout the course of a year. We'll connect them with the services they need, from job placement to mental health and physical health supports, so that they can work toward a permanent place of their own. This site will give them their hope back. This is a system that works. When we combine housing with wraparound support services, we see success. 83% of households who have received support from Montgomery County do not return to homelessness within 2 years, according to Your Way Home. One of those success stories is a woman named Betty. Betty became homeless at 66 years old. After her spouse died, she ended up living in her car in Norristown. Eventually, she found support through our county's shelter services a little over a year ago. With a roof over her head, Betty was able to keep her job and improve her health. The county connected her with her primary care doctor, who helped her get cataract surgery and new glasses. Betty also found a community of people to lean on, important social connections and friendships to support her on her journey. I'm proud to say that Betty and her cat Rupert moved into a new apartment of her own in Norristown this past December. This is an example of what happens when we work together. We can make a tangible difference in people's lives. We can offer not just help, but hope. And this groundbreaking is one more step as a part of a larger strategy here in Montgomery County to help everyone that finds themselves without a home an opportunity to have a safe, affordable place to lay their heads. Within the last year, we've expanded emergency housing in Lansdale and Pottstown. Soon we'll be launching our first ever housing blueprint, which will align the county and our partners to implement practical solutions to strengthen communities and make housing more affordable. So today is one more way that we can show up for our community. Because when you look around, this right here is what it looks like when government uses its resource and convening power to do the right thing. Thank you to Norristown for being a great partner in this. We could not have done this without you. Yes, we can clap for that. Thanks, Steve, for leading the applause. With that, I'd like to introduce my colleague, Commissioner Neil Makija.
Good afternoon, everyone. I thought winter was gone, so if I look very cold up here, it's because I'm very cold. Look, this does not happen by itself. This has been a long time in the making, and if you think about where we were when the three of us were running for office, the conversation has changed dramatically. From one where we felt hopeless, where communities felt like there was no one stepping up and leading, and we've gotten to a place where by the end of this year, we will bring nearly 200 beds collectively online to help cut our homelessness population in half and get people into housing long term and have the stability they deserve. That is in no small part due to my colleagues, and I just want to give a big thank you and ask everyone to give a round of applause to Commissioner Winder for her leadership in prioritizing this. And those zoning board meetings are pretty brutal across the board. I wasn't there. Commissioner Winder was there till 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and we had one zoning issue that came up in our county board meeting, and it was over a cell phone tower. I never want to have a zoning meeting ever again. But there's an assumption about Montgomery County, which is that we are a well-off county if you look at the statistics and averages, but the people who think that they don't know that we are a massive, diverse county with many different needs and populations and communities and people that need care. Now, you all get it because so many of you are working year-round to provide services, to get people off of the street into long-term housing. But there are people, including potentially many in government and legislators, who don't know the impact of their policies. And this is happening at a time right now when the cost of housing has skyrocketed. The cost of housing has gone up 50% since 2019. And here in Monco, we have 65,000 households that are paying more than a third of their income on rent that are cost burdened. And we have 20,000 households that are paying more than 50% on rent. If you think about the basic necessities, healthcare, food and groceries, all of that has become astronomically expensive for ordinary people, and there are tens of thousands of people who are on the precipice where it just takes one emergency and they could experience homelessness. By making our commitment today, we are telling them that they matter, and we're here to represent every member of our community and advocate for them and to use our collective resources to ensure that they stay in a safe and stable place. Now, one of the things that's really important for us is that we have a responsibility to Norristown, a special responsibility, it being the county seat. And I think it's really powerful to recognize the work that previous commissioners have done and that we together, the three of us, have built on to invest in Norristown. I wanted to highlight a few of those things. So that includes $3.5 million for the Sturger Street Bridge that was mentioned, $18 million for Lafayette Street, our main street here in Norristown, $2 million for senior affordable housing, $7 million for community centers like the George Washington Carver Center and Secate, $6.5 million for the Trail Junction Center, which is going to be a gateway to Main Street in Norristown from the trail. And of course, $65 million upcoming for the Montco Norristown Public Library. Collectively, with this project, that will be $123 million invested in Norristown from the county, a commitment that we're going to continue to build on together. Before I turn it over to my colleague, I want to say that we are working every day to think about how we build on that, to create more housing options, working with our Commerce Department. Steve Forrester is, I always want to release the news first, but working on a Main Street program that is going to collaborate with local community institutions to get small businesses the support that they need to continue to revitalize Norristown, working with our Planning Commission to support transit-oriented development and housing. And all of this comes together to give people hope and a sense that in government we can actually get things done to serve our communities. And I say that with my colleague Commissioner DeBello as well, because you all remember probably better than we do, because we weren't at the board meetings. Many of you know it because you've worked for the county and you've worked in organizations. But this is not what county government looked like in the years before we took office. There was not bipartisan collaboration. There was no unanimous budget, and there was a lot of mudslinging and political posturing. But here is yet another example of collaboration across the board, across party lines, getting things done for every member of our community. That's in no small part due to my colleague, Commissioner DeBello. So please welcome Commissioner DeBello. Thank you.
Man, my hands are so cold I can't even turn the page. Let's see. Let me scan here real quick because I don't want to repeat what we already heard. Said that. Well. Well, anyway, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for being here. This is an additional incredible day that we're experiencing here. One that is just a continuation of what we've been doing as 3 county commissioners over the last 2 years. And as my colleague, Commissioner Makija, mentioned, you know, this is just one initiative where we, when we came in office in January of 24, there were things that we definitely didn't agree on, and that's fine, but there were also things that we agreed on, and this was one of them. The homelessness issue throughout Montgomery County has been going on for many, many years, and there's been different initiatives over the years that have tried to tackle the problem, tried to come up with solutions, had task force looking at different ideas and everything, but we never got to what I believe is what was considered actionable. And the 3 of us, one of the things that we, before we actually got sworn in, we got together for lunch and talked about things that we felt were important, where each one of us were coming from. And quickly, we zeroed in on one thing that we all agreed on, and that was we seriously have to come up with a solution to deal with homelessness throughout Montgomery County. As Commissioner Widener mentioned, we have, at any given night, just here in Norristown, we have over 100 people on the street. But throughout Montgomery County, we probably have, at any given night, we probably have over 500 people or more that are living on the street, or what one would call couch surfing in some situations, but they're still deemed homeless. And we knew that we needed to do something. And we had a model that was already kind of in place in another community, and we wanted to take that model and we wanted to expand on that. And we knew that collectively we could get it done. And that's what we set out to do. And we took that model, and the first place that we got going was up in the Pottstown area, where we had over 150 people that were living in the encampment, and that encampment was there for probably 20 plus years. And we opened up a facility up there, and what we did was, it's not a homeless shelter. And again, Commissioner Weiner mentioned is, it's a facility that we're providing all the necessary services to help these individuals, because they deserve it, they need it, and we want them to feel value again. and what those services are, because you end up homelessness for several different reasons. One is because it could be mental health, it could be drug addiction or some type of addiction, it could be economic, whatever it may be. You end up in a situation that one would never have thought they would be in. So we provided the services, the necessary services to help these individuals and provide them the necessary means to become, part of society again. But we're trying to do it in a manner that we're not degrading, we're not looking down on individuals, we're trying to promote them and give them value. And that's been our focus. And up in the Pottstown area, one of the recent numbers that I got was we were seeing about 150, 160 people that were in the encampment, and we got it, last I heard, we're down to possibly about 15 to 20. And that's what you call success. We've had, I think, somewhere around 40 to 45 people that came into the facility that we had in Pottstown and already transitioned into some type of a living environment. Either it was through family or if it was an apartment or whatever it may be, they actually are gainfully employed. So the program's working. And as Commissioner McKeesha mentioned, Commissioner Weiner was here in Norristown attending those zoning hearing board meetings. She was representing us. And prior to that, I was in Pottstown and I was attending those zoning board hearings, representing. And I have to agree with Commissioner McKeesha. They're not fun. And they do go late into the evening, and it's just really, but we were there. We were there with purpose, and we were there supporting our county employees, and we knew that this had to be done. And then just a few weeks ago, we had a ribbon cutting over in Lansdale. We have a facility that's functioning there now. We had a great private donation as well to help with that facility, and that is providing an environment for 40 plus, I think it's 30 to 40 rooms. So everything is coming together, and with the groundbreaking here today, and when we get this facility moving, as mentioned, we're going to be between 200 and 300 rooms throughout Montgomery County that we'll have functioning, and we are making taking a major bite into that homelessness throughout Montgomery County, and we are actually doing it. We are doing it together. We're proud of what we're doing. We're proud of all our county resources, all our employees, everyone that's been so dedicated to getting this done. Because the three of us couldn't do this alone. We're doing it with everyone that's here today and beyond. And together, we'll continue this mission, and we will continue to making a difference. And if we're successful, because I know, when we all talked about this, if we run again in 27, we don't want to be talking about homelessness. We want to be able to say we did it. And that's what and we're proud of the mission that we set out to do because we needed to do it. We needed to do this. We're proud of being able to be successful. We're proud to be working together on this initiative, and collectively, hopefully by 27 or 2028, we have pretty much dealt with all the homelessness throughout Montgomery County. So again, thank you for being here. Thank you for all the support. And we'll see you soon when we do our ribbon cutting at our crisis center that's going to be opening soon as well. So again, thank you very much. So I'm going to bring you. Yep.
I think it's the show.
Do you want to? Oh. Sorry.
It's all right. You come up here, Jack. All right. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all. First off, thank you all for being here today. My name is Rashad Bates. I am the current council president for Norristown. So today is more than just a groundbreaking moment. It's a statement of who we are as a community. Because projects like this aren't just about the buildings and what we can show you. It's about the people that we're helping and they're going to help in the future. It's more about when we have a statement here. Oops, excuse me. Sorry. Threw me off there. So this building is more than just what it is here. It's also a statement to our community. When you're falling on hard times, we're not going to leave you behind. We have support, we have the resources to help you, and also to have that path, the clear path forward for a better future. So here in Norristown, we see the impact of the housing instability every day. It isn't abstract. It affects our neighbors, it affects our family, and the overall health of our community. We had a choice. We could pass this challenge off and sit around and ignore the issue, or we could step up and lead. And as Norristown, we step up and led through partnerships. And part of that was being part of the solution, the county-wide solution, along with Lansdale and Pottstown. And this is a really good partnership. And I do want to take a moment just to recognize the leaders of this movement. So first I want to start off by thanking and recognizing Commissioner Jamila Winder for your unwavering commitment and support and your leadership and your vision. We appreciate that. Also, she couldn't be here today, but our former president, Rebecca Smith, her and I had a lot of conversations about the emails and the meetings and the phone calls she had to take to make sure that she laid the groundwork down properly. And I think that with her leadership and her organization skills, she did a fantastic job at doing that. I also want to give recognition out to our state representative, Greg Scott, and our leader, Matt Bradford. Having the state level support and partnership was very critical to what we have here. So this kind of coordination isn't always easy, but it was 100% necessary. And getting these entities and these people to get together was not hard, but they rolled up their sleeves. They knew how important this was, and they got together and got it done. So while I'm here, I also want to talk about the facility here. So just to clear the air on what was going to be happening here, this is not just some open-ended building where people are just going to be in and out all day, every day. This is a very structured and intentional program. So what we're having here is wraparound services. We'll have 24/7 staffing, 24/7 security as well. So the goal here is to make sure that we can help the ones that are most in need, but also keeping the integrity and the safety of our community. And that's something that we're going to do, and we're going to work really hard at that. At the end of the day, like I said, this is more than a place to stay. It's about providing real support, real resources, and a real path forward to permanent housing. Norristown has always been a town that shows up, so I'm very proud to be here today and showing our friends and families and neighbors how to step up in a meaningful way. This isn't about politics, it's about people. And this is what showing up with real partnerships led with a people mindset first will come to. So again, thank you all for being here today, and I'm going to hand it off to Ms. Christina Jordan from the Resources of Human Development.
Thank you, Council President Bates, and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. To all of our honored guests, our elected officials and their staff, including especially the Montgomery County Commissioners, Winder, McKeesha, and DeBello, and their leadership team, the Norristown Council and their leadership, the RHD team, and to all the community partners and guests here with us today. What a beautiful day. The cold isn't going to bother me. I am so grateful to be here with you all. My name is Christina Jordan, and I have the privilege to be the program director at Resources for Human Development, or RHD, within our Montgomery County Homeless Service programs. Some communities talk about solving homelessness. Others take steps to do it. Here in Norristown and in Montgomery County, we have leadership that is focused on helping people, not pushing them out of sight. This requires bravery. It requires risk-taking. And I recognize there may be some nerves that go along with that. I can assure you, this is a step in strengthening our community. This program will allow well over 100 individuals a year, our neighbors, to transition from homelessness to stability, contributing positively to the community. Falling on hard times, slipping through the social services net, having a disability, or being the victim of rising housing costs is not a crime. The folks who will be served here are people from our community who deserve compassion and the opportunity to return to independent living. This program will increase stability, reduce chronic homelessness, and improve health outcomes. It will address the fundamental right to housing while alleviating public health and safety concerns. When we support each other, we strengthen our community and help everyone thrive. This is true within the small community of a single program and within our larger communities like our county. Communities are strong when all of their members, every single one, is getting their basic needs met. We all want strong, safe, and thriving communities. And the way we do this is together. Today is a perfect beginning. I want to thank Montgomery County, the Borough of Norristown, and the many staff and partners who worked tirelessly to get us here. Thank you to our RHD leadership team, our CEO, Brian Rhodes, and a truly deep thank you to our Montgomery County commissioners. Your leadership has changed everything in this space. I'm so grateful. No one chooses to live in an encampment, but we can choose how we respond. This program is about helping our neighbors take the next step towards stability. That's how we reduce the number of people experiencing homelessness, strengthen public safety, and continue to foster a community that takes care of its own. It is such an honor to be a part of this moment, and I look forward to showing you all the beautiful work and progress that we are going to make here. Thank you all. I believe it is now time to break down ground, but I will turn it back to the commissioners.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Christina. Is anyone cold? I know we're cold. I'm looking at you all in the sunlight, and I'm like, we got to move this program along. Just before I do, just a point of personal privilege. If you were there with me till 1 o'clock in the morning in Norristown at the Zoning Hearing Board, raise your hand because I see a couple folks there. Let's give the teams a round of applause. Oh, and there's somebody over the fence, and I also want to acknowledge Councilwoman Jasmine Griffin from Norristown as well. You all are real partners. So I want to thank you all for being here for this special day because we're doing more than breaking ground on a new facility. We're offering hope to those who have oftentimes felt left behind. So by us standing here today, we're saying we have not forgotten you. We see you and we want to help. So I want to thank my colleagues. I think Commissioner DeBello made a campaign announcement that we're running for re-election, the three of us. But in all seriousness, we can't do this. No one commissioner can get this work done. It takes the three of us working together, and it takes a great county team. So I'm grateful to the two of you as well as our entire team. So we're ready to break ground. Thanks everyone for being here.